Hey there, wellness family. Today I'm going to be talking about fantasizing or thinking about someone else while you're having sex with your current partner. What does it all mean? So if you're new to my channel, my name is Peter Gordon and I'm a graduate student working towards what will be an eventual doctorate in clinical psychology. I also happen to be a life and a health and wellness coach, and I make videos on mental health, fitness, wellness, and everything I hope can help you lead your most profound life. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also that notification bell so you're notified each week when I post a brand new video. Also feel free to share this video, like it, comment on it, and all that good stuff. Now let's get into the heart of today's topic. So today's topic is all about thinking or fantasizing about someone else while having sex. What does that mean? Is it cheating? What does it mean for the relationship? And the idea for this video came from a good friend of mine who had reached out to me a few weeks back to kind of confide in me that they were fantasizing about somebody else, occasionally, albeit while having sex with their loved one. They wanted to know, what did it mean for their relationship? Was it a sign of a crack? All that good stuff. Now that discussion made me start to think about my own life. Had I ever fantasized or thought about somebody else while having sex? And the truth is, I have, even while I was married. And that led me to further question, was this a common thing? Is it normal? What does it really mean, as I like to ask? What does it really mean for a relationship? Well, here's the thing I found out after doing some research. It is more common than we realize. In fact, a British sex toy company did a survey of about 13,000 people. And what it found was that about 46% of women and 42% of men confessed that they had regularly fantasized about somebody else while having sex with their current partner. So basically, we can infer from this data that this is more common, as I mentioned, than we realize. But since it's common, is it normal? Is it cheating? Is it a sign that a relationship is fractured? Well, if you ask a lot of couples therapists and clinical sexologists, they'll argue that it's actually healthy. In fact, they see it as a good way for couples to spice up their sex life, especially if the woman has difficulty reaching orgasms or perhaps the male has erectile dysfunction. They argue that it's okay to think about a porn scene you may have watched, or to fantasize about the college professor that you had a crush on, or maybe some random stranger you saw in a store. They see it as a good way to kind of keep the relationship spiced up, if you will. But is there a point where we have to draw a line? That is, when is it wrong? Well, according to couples therapists and clinical sexologists, they argue that the line is drawn based on the amount of times you fantasize and with whom you're fantasizing about. In essence, if you're fantasizing a lot and it's about a specific person, in particular if it's your ex, then there is a line. That is where you draw the line, because that is a sign that there are problems in your relationship. You see, it's one thing to fantasize about strangers, people that you will never ever connect with, but it's another thing to fantasize about someone that you had a deep connection with at some point. You see, what these experts are arguing is that when you start to fantasize about a specific person, in particular someone you had a connection with at some point, it is a sign that there is a problem within the relationship, right? It could be that you're angry at your partner. It could be that you feel taken for granted. It could be that you feel unfulfilled. So then what you start to do is try to fill that void by fantasizing or daydreaming about somebody else, especially when you're having an intimate moment with your current partner. So again, what they're saying is not that you want to go sleep with the partner. It's a sign that there is an issue in your relationship that you haven't solved, and you're simply using the daydreaming as a way to cope with it. So how do you handle this issue? Well, the one thing I've learned is this: each individual is unique, right? So, and each couple is unique. So the one thing I'm not going to do is to get up and say, you must do it this way or you must handle it that way. There's really no clear-cut way of handling it, because each of us will respond differently. The one thing I can say to you though with some confidence is that if you're having this issue, I would highly suggest that you seek couples therapy. I think couples therapy is a great way of being able to create a safe space where both of you can actually kind of air your feelings and to get at the root cause of the issue. Because I would be the first to tell you this: if a partner came up to me and told me that, hey, I'm thinking about somebody else while I'm sleeping with you, I'm not sure how I would receive that. But what I can say is that I would perhaps receive it differently if there's a mediator, somebody that can help us process our thoughts. And that's why I would highly suggest couples therapy. So I hope this information makes sense to you and I hope it resonates with you. And as always, family, stay well.